was told I had 12 to 16 months. You go through life thinking that you're invincible, that, yeah, people get cancer, but I won't. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I'm in good shape, I'm very active. You just don't think it's going to happen to you, but it can. You totally shift gears after you get a diagnosis like that. You reevaluate your life, and more importantly for me, I reevaluated what was important to me, what I wanted to accomplish with my life. It was always our dream to have a youth camp. Always something we talked about if we won the lottery or, we ever had the opportunity. But because of my diagnosis that I was given only a year or 2 years to live, we thought, you know what, let's just go for this. And as soon as I went into remission, that's when we decided, let's do this. Let's buy the vacant lot and just start clearing it and putting in hiking trails and see how far it goes. And then as we went along and things kept getting better, my wife and I decided to let's see about purchasing the cobblestone house across the street and make that into the camp. In the fall of 2009, the cancer had come back, so we had to take a break from gutting the house and restoring it. I would knock it down, I would get a 3-4 month break, and it would start to come back. The lesions on my liver would start to grow again. And we'd knock it down and it would come back. The turning point for me was Patrick was 6 and he was about to be 7, and he was confused. We didn't tell him the full extent of my illness, and he came into the bedroom. I was resting, I had just had treatment, and he came into the bedroom and he said to me, "Daddy, if something happens to you, do I get a new daddy?" Because that's all he sees on TV, all the Disney movies. It's always about a single parent. By the end of the movie, they've found somebody else. And that was the point where I just got out of bed and I gave him a big hug and I said, "Pat, I'm the only daddy you're ever going to have." And that was the day, I think probably the very first day of my fighting this 110%. And that's my goal. It's just to be around for the kids. In the 6 years that I've had the cancer, there's been times where I've been so sick. For example, I've had my liver resection twice, and so there's been downtime where I've had to recover. But even during the downtime, it was as soon as I'm better, we're going to get up to the camp and keep working on it. What really helped was just getting out into the fresh air and working hard and exercising. And I would any time that I could come up, I would just recover so much quicker from the treatments. All through our lives growing up, myself, my brother, my sister, we work with kids and we go camping trips, and so it was real easy for us to, when we were bringing kids up, to teach them about nature, and not only to get away from the everyday grind, whether it be inner city kids or cancer survivors and their families, just to come up and enjoy nature that they may not have had the opportunity to do. We've invested a lot in it, but we know that it's worth it. And actually, we did cash in our retirement savings, everything that we had to purchase this. And from the very first group of kids that came out, it's just been so overwhelming. Our first group was a group of kids from Marillac House, and it was 8 boys, and they came running up with their sleeping bags, and they came running in the house. And the first boy yelled, "This is like a dream come true." And we knew right then, I just brought tears to my eyes, and we just knew that we made the right decision, that what we're doing was meant to be. I think the most interesting comment that was said to us was from a family. Father said it gave our family a chance to reconnect with one another, because when they're at home and their child's getting treatment, of course they focus on that child, and so the other children, they get left out a little bit. And when they come up here, they all are doing activities as a family, and the father said that was probably the most important thing for them, that they totally reconnected as a family, and that hadn't happened since they started the treatments. People, when they hear that I've been fighting stage 4 colon cancer for going on 6 years, they're shocked. I think about the worst case scenarios occasionally, but only in the sense that what do I want to accomplish before that time comes. And I know eventually, unless they find a cure for cancer, that it's probably going to defeat me eventually. But I don't look at it in a negative way. I look at it as, what do I want to accomplish in my life before that time comes? There's just no quit in me. I absolutely mentally refuse to let myself think that this is going to get the better of me. At the very first, of course, you're worried. You don't expect it, and so you're scared. But after a while, you just pick yourself up by your bootstraps and say, this is not going to defeat me. And you can't lead your life worrying about it. You just gotta go, mentally say you're gonna beat it. You're just absolutely gonna beat it. And each time it comes back, I just consider it's another round, and it's gonna be a 20-round fight, and this is just round 6. So that's how I look at it.